So there are a bunch of people who are saying that the Dunning-Kruger effect is not scientifically sound, but I think these people haven't really read into the criticisms very much. Here we go. Many debates surrounding the Dunning-Kruger effect criticize the metacognitive aspect of it without denying the empirical findings. Without denying the empirical findings is the important part here, because several experiments have been run post the Dunning and Kruger experiment. And we see repeat results over and over again. People at lower skill levels are worse at assessing their skill level, whereas people at higher skill levels tend to be better at it. Those empirical findings keep happening. Now, people have said maybe it's because they have no incentive to rate themselves well, but we tested that. A study offered a monetary reward for people who assessed themselves accurately, and the same data came out. One criticism says that it may not be because people are naturally bad at rating themselves, but there is a stress that is involved with the experiment that may make them worse at rating themselves compared to people of higher skill levels. Another said that the Dunning-Kruger effect only explains how you rate yourself compared to your peer group, because you naturally have to be rating yourself in comparison to other people. Another pointed out that there are certain fields that don't have this normal skill distribution, and so the Dunning-Kruger effect kind of falls apart there. Statistically, the thing is, the data still shows this pattern. Whether or not you agree with the metacognitive explanation that people just aren't good at assessing their own skill levels when they're not good at that skill, that's another thing and another discussion to be had. But the effect is real. And criticism saying that this is just a natural statistical progress, a regression to the mean, but even those have been shown to be inaccurate. Like, you want to have a debate about why this happens? That's cool. I'm not particularly interested in that. I'm a more data-driven person, but that's cool. But right now, the data of the Dunning-Kruger experiments holds up. There are criticisms, but criticisms do not make that data unscientific. Criticisms in methodology, and there are ways to propose that other experiments be done better in the future, but when we adjust for these criticisms, we still keep seeing this pattern emerge. Not always, but to a statistically significant extent. Even articles like this Psychology Today article, which says Dunning-Kruger isn't real, that's the headline, says in an asterisk in the bottom that the effect is real, but just for different reasons. So yeah, the pattern exists. The effect is real. The reason for the effect, overconfidence, that's up for debate. But people knowing less about a subject, rating their knowledge of that subject higher, that is a demonstrated pattern. That's why I'm glad that I don't think I know shit.